Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 to 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
You drop, right?
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Let's go, D.
Next receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Don't get nervous.
They'll try to run in with a goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Mariota. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
You see me? You see me?
Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's third down.
Now after the sack, here's 3rd and goal from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
4 down. Alert.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Check right.
We got it.
Trubisky now, throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
One. Undercut. One.
1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And he completes it to Westbrook. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Mariota. The open man is Westbrook. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Blue 18. Here we go. One. Let's go. Let's bring it. Watch twist. 3. 58 to Mike.
From the red zone now, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dropped down at the 2. And it will stop shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That's the way you make it spin. That's the way you make it spin, baby.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. Hits his target. It's Daniel Gabriel. It's a pickup of 10 and the Bears 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, and then he goes right at him and really try to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the to the sideline and make a catch.
Pass the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off.
Here's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, exit.
Now it's Trubisky. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Myers Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
58, Mike. I want that.
Following the interception here, Mariota is caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
17 yards. First down,
A 1st down throw for Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun. Mariota. Behind Taylor, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Mariota now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Mariota. It's complete. Abdullah. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know you felt that one.
Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. He told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
It's a gain of
Check back,
17
recon,
yards.
132 fight.
First down, Minnesota.
Under 10, 10.
Now 1st down, Abdullah. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Where are they, team? 3.
Jackson brought him down. It's a gain of 8.
The second down run for Blue. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Sneak it, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
They can't see us.
Marcus Mariota, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Instead of having to follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but, you're down 3 scores. Well, you've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been that right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I got it.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 4. Good room. Check, X3. 218, chopper.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Watch out. 6-6. Pull it high. Alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Hey, ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Trubisky. Pass incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. It looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and pick up the Cohen. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Let's go, baby. Let's
well,
go.
they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half for football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles? The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they want to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They go back to a on first. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Don't pull this way.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. An update from Denver. The Broncos are just pouring it on in that one. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Out, 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 out. One. Alpha.
Mariota will throw. It's called Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Three. Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
59, Mike to 59. I'm here all day. Check 52. One. Mike, check. One. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Huh?
59's Mike. Check. 50. Here we go.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check, boys. Three. Safe.
Running from the gun, it's a duel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off this side.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now the throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. He'll do it on the counter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, alert 3. One. 3. Mike's 59. I'm coming. Go.
From the gun, Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Mariota now 11 to 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Where are they, team? Mike is 15.
Now Mariota. The open man is Westbrook. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
So they obviously read man coverage there. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that,
yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he throws back inside for the completion.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Switch it.
At the 16-yard line.
One. Check. 6. 59. 61. Matchbox. Light.
On 2nd and 9. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Oh, yeah!
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here. Blue. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's Cordell Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Just don't love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Hey, 18.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. And now here's another interception. Duke Dawson picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
You know, the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Tighten up.
They go back to the end here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Protein spill.
Check. Crunch. 3. Check.
Now Mariota. This one caught by Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Well, they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Bring it up.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Gabriel. The guy's man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. answer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock. Yet at the same time, it's not going fundamental like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A shotgun handoff. This is a Abdullah. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But running game can really benefit your team right now.
From just shy of midfield, oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Three. Bravo! Grace don't travel. Check 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 24. Hatch it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
One. Right here. Switch. Check. Three. Charlie.
Mariota on first down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They go play action. Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so he can work through some of the rough stuff.
This is taken at the 3. Oh, good move. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there. Right?
Deep rip.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Daniel gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. First down. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe they return that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Alert!
You don't want none. Hey.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Check three. Hey, check
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Alert!
Again, it's Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Alert!
Now it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike, the 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. One. Check 37.
They run with a duel.
Get it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I know. One. Foxtrot.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
He's coming, double up.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
Hey, 18.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Hey, shelter.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been totally beaten right from the word go.
Finding Gabriel complete. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Pilot, 64, weak.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is stopping the linebackers set the edge.
One last shot for Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
There we go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.